Honey from Just Being Me, and you're listening to the Learning to Love Yourself podcast, the show that inspires you to put yourself first.
Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness. Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness.
Before we dive into today's episode, I've got something really powerful for you. If you've ever found yourself stuck in self-doubt, constantly second-guessing your decisions, or feeling like you just can't trust yourself, you're not alone. But the good thing is, it doesn't have to stay that way. I've created something to help you take that very first step, because that's the hardest one. It's called the Self-Belief Checklist, and it's a free tool to help you spot exactly where you're getting stuck and where you can start shifting things today. So look down in the show notes and get your free copy now. Understanding the stories we tell ourselves and how they shape our reality. The stories you tell yourself every single day are shaping your entire reality. They dictate what you believe is possible for you. They influence the decisions you make, the chances you take, and the ones you don't. And the worst part? Most of the time, you don't even realize you're doing it. These stories are running subconsciously in the background like a hidden script. Quiet, persistent, and powerful. They're usually full of self-doubt, fear, and the kind of thinking that keeps you staying where you are now. But here's the good news. That script is not set in stone. You can change the story. And when you do, everything else starts to shift. So what do I exactly mean by stories? I'm talking about the beliefs, the inner voice, and the automatic thoughts that run through your head and shape the way you see yourself and the world around you. They sound something like this. I'm not good enough. People like me just don't succeed. I always mess things up. I'm too much. I'm not smart enough to go for that. It never works out for me. When people find out who I truly am, they won't like me. I could go on and on, but you get the drift. They are sneaky. They might come through in moments when you're about to try something new, or when you're being brave, or when you've just been knocked back one too many times. These thoughts start small. Over time, they build a story that feels so real, it becomes part of your identity. But I want to get something clear. These stories are not facts. They're just beliefs you have repeated to yourself for so long that your brain has accepted them as truth. So where do these stories come from? This is a big one. Most of our internal stories come from our past. Childhood experiences, the things our parents, teachers, or caregivers have said to us, the way society taught us to behave, cultural expectations, trauma, moments where we were hurt or embarrassed or told to be quiet, be better, or be different. You may have learned to shrink yourself because standing out got you into trouble. You may have taken on the belief that you're not good enough because you were consistently criticized. You may believe that you are not worthy of success because you have never seen anyone like you achieving the kind of life you want. These stories are created in a moment of survival. Your brain was trying to protect you. It created a rule to help you avoid pain the next time. And that is okay. That is what the brain does. But if you are still living by those old rules now as an adult, then they're probably holding you back. And here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. We keep ourselves stuck by repeating negative experiences as if they're still happening. We retell the same painful story over and over again, dragging it into the present like it's still relevant. I know I did. For years, we say things like, I was always the one that got left out. I never got praise. No one listened to me. I got everything wrong. And here's the thing. Maybe those things were true once. Maybe they were part of your past. But if you keep telling the story in the same way, your brain, it believes it's still happening now. You relive it emotionally. You behave as if it is still your reality. And then you close the door on what is actually available to you in this moment. When you live from your past, you stay stuck in victimhood. You hand your power over to the people and situations that hurt you. You keep waiting for someone to come and fix it, validate it, make it all better. But you're not that child anymore. You're not powerless. You are the adult now. So you get to choose how you show up. You get to decide what story you're writing next. When you step out of the old narrative and into the present, you stop being the victim of your old story and start becoming the creator of your future. So how do these stories shape your reality? Okay, let's break this down. If you are constantly telling yourself that you're not good enough, what are you likely to do? Well, you're going to doubt yourself. You hold yourself back. You'll second guess everything. You'll avoid opportunities, settle for less, and you'll sabotage anything that starts to go well. Not because you're lazy or broken or even weak, but because deep down you believe you aren't worthy of more. That belief will shape your emotions. Your emotions drive your behavior creates your results, and the results you will get continue to reinforce the original story. And round it goes, and you stay stuck. So how do we break the cycle? You start by choosing something different. You start by becoming aware of the story. And then you start writing a new one. Not overnight, not perfectly, but intentionally. And here's how. Catch the story. Awareness is always the first step. You can't change what you don't recognize. Start paying attention to your thoughts, especially when you're triggered, under pressure, or facing something new. Ask yourself, what story am I telling myself right now? It might sound something like, I can't do this. I always get this wrong. People will judge me. It's not safe to speak up. Name it. Call it out. This is not the truth. This is an old belief trying to keep you safe. And that is the brain's job, to keep you safe. Question your story. Get curious. Curiosity is always the way. Is it really true? Where did it come from? Who gave me this belief? What am I making this situation mean about me? Most of the time, you'll find the story doesn't hold up under questioning. It's just a scared version of you trying to stay in control. Ask yourself, would I say this to someone I love? Would I say this to my child? Would I say it to my best mate? If not, why the hell are you saying it to yourself? Choose a new story. It's not about pretending everything is fine or covering fear with fake positivity. It is about choosing a story that's more empowering and more aligned with who you are becoming. So instead of saying, I always mess things up, try, I've made mistakes, but I'm learning and growing. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, try, I'm learning to see my worth and show up fully. Instead of saying, it never works out for me, try, I'm figuring things out and building something real. Make your phrase something that you can believe, even if it is just one step better than the old sort. You don't have to go from 0 to superhuman. You just need to shift the dial that one notch. Let's rewire it. And this is where repetition matters. Changing a belief takes practice. You have to interrupt the old story and reinforce the new one consistently. Write it down, say it out loud, stick it on your mirror, journal about it. Notice when you fall back into the old pattern and gently bring yourself back to the new one. This isn't about perfection, but it is about persistence. You are not your story. Let me say that again because it's important. You are not your story. You are the storyteller. That means you get to change the narrative. You get to decide what you believe about yourself now. Not what you were told as a child, not what society expects of you, not what your past experiences tried to teach you. Now. You get to write a story where you are the leader of your life, where your voice matters, where you back yourself, where you make decisions from self-worth and not self-doubt. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to rewrite every single thing you used to believe about yourself. And if no one has told you this today, you are enough. Every single day. Right now, as you are, and you always have been. Now go and tell yourself that. Thanks for listening today. If you'd like to know more, you can find all the links down below. Oh, and don't forget to press subscribe so you can catch the next one. See you soon.